See here. Oh, is this thing working? May or may not work. Come on. Come on, stream cord. Weird. Why is stream cord not updating that? I'll have to mess with it later. Hey there, Claymiko. Hey, Crojo. Hey, Quicksilver. How are you? Hey, Grammy. Wow, you're all coming in all at once. Slow your roll. No, joking. I'm trying to technical stuff, but I'll deal with it later. How is everybody? I'm good. Yeah, I like the rain, and I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining, but I'm very warm and sticky. And yes, it got up to the mid 80s today. Hey, North Ferry. Got up to the mid 80s, but the room I'm in is upstairs, so it gets warm anyway. And plus, I'm right now sitting next a couple feet away from a big box that puts out hot air. So I don't like the warmth, and it's too damn early to turn the AC on in this. And no, I'm not turning the AC on in early April. It ain't happening. So I'm just gonna complain that it's too warm. But excited for Easter. Nice. The windows have in my room have been open for weeks. It gets very warm up here, and I'm naturally a very warm person. So, and I didn't get a drink beforehand, so oh well. Full deal. Well, since the gang is here and other people coming in, it's too early for AC. Yeah, maybe late May, mid to late May. But lost power last night and most of the morning doing ice storm. Ooh, okay, you got an ice storm, and we're dealing down here in Central Maryland. We got temperatures today in the mid 80s. But didn't you say you're in Canada? I think you said you're in the Toronto area. Hope everything's okay up there with the ice storm. Hey, Sophie. Wow, everybody's here. Lost power overnight here too briefly. No ice storm. Maybe someone leaned on the utility pole. Knock on wood. Haven't lost power. Knock on. This desk was wood at some point. It's basically sawdust that's been compressed into a board. Okay. So I guess we can get it. Oh, don't even have all my lights on. A piece of my lamp fell off, but it always falls off. It's all good. It's not broken. It's just the cover part thing on it doesn't stay on. And to turn it on, you got to open the cover. Okay. Well, if we're all here, let's get into tonight's stitch. I don't know if you had seen on the Discord, I posted it, a preview of it. I am calling it the Itsy Bitsy Spider Stitch. It's called the Spider Stitch, but I'm calling it the Itsy Bitsy Spider Stitch. So this is the Spider Stitch. I don't know why. Maybe it looks like spiders. I don't know why they call it that. If anybody's crocheting along tonight, this is a very easy stitch. Very easy. So, to get... Hey, Lefty Lucy. Wow. Welcome. I'm not used to everybody being here all at once, but thank you. I appreciate everyone popping in. Not really. Well, kind of, but not really. All this is single crochets and chains. So it's a variation of a single crochet. You're not crocheting along, have to get this baby blanket done. Okay. So if anybody else is crocheting along, the multiple is any odd number plus 2 chains for your foundation. So it's going to be an odd number. So I'm going to do 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Again, if anybody's crocheting along, let me know and I will go slow. So we've got our 15 chain, your odd number. And then the third chain from the hook. Again, as we all know, most stitches, pretty much all the stitches I've ever done, a loop on the hook does not count as a stitch. And in the third chain from the hook, you're going to do a single crochet, a chain, and a single crochet, all in that same stitch. Again, I'll repeat that. Third chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3. Third from the hook, gets a single, 1 chain, and 1 single, all in that same chain. After you do that, you're going to skip 1 chain, and in the following chain, you're going to do a single, 1 chain, and a single. That's your repeat. So you're going to work into every other chain. So you're going to skip a chain, and in the very next chain, you're going to do a single, a chain 1, and a single. You're going to work that all the way to the end of your row until you have 2 chains. So again, skip a chain, and in the very next chain, single, chain 1, and 1 single. Skip a chain. In your next chain, you go 1 single, 1 chain, and one single. Skip a chain, in the next chain, single, one chain, and a single. When you get to the end of the row, you should have 2 chains left. You're going to skip a chain in the very last chain. You're going to do one single. Okay? That's row 1 of the spider stitch, if I can hold it. So again, you're doing an odd number of chains. Your third chain from the hook, you do a single, one chain, and a single. Then you skip a chain and repeat that pattern. So in the chain, you do a single, one chain, a single, skip a chain, and then the next chain, repeat. To do row 2, you're going to chain 2, turn your work, and you're going to find these chain spaces that you made, which is right here. And in that chain space, you're going to skip that single, but in the chain space, they'll become apparent. They're going to be like a larger hole. And in that chain space, you do a single, chain 1, single. So it's a single, chain 1, single. Go to the next chain space. You're basically skipping this, and you go to the next chain space. You do a single, one chain, and a single. That's the entire pattern. It's real simple to do. So here's the chain space. Go in and do a single, chain 1, and a single in that same space. Go single, chain 1, one single. Single, chain 1, and one single. And when you get to the end here, I still got a chain space to go into. It's a single, a chain 1, and a single. And when you get to the very end, into that turning chain, wherever you can get the top of it. Sometimes it's difficult to get to the top of the turning chain. You just do a single. That's the pattern. You just repeat row 2, so however long you want. So it will make a textured stitch, but it's just a variation of single crochet. That's the spider stitch. And I don't know why they call it a spider. Maybe somebody saw a spider in the pattern of the stitches. So. Any questions on the spider stitch? I'll do another row just for the heck of it. So we're going to chain 2 and flip. And in the chain space, it's chain 1. Single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. And you just keep doing that. Yep, it's real basic. This is one that you don't even have to really think about. I tried to mix up complicated stitches one night, and then the next night will be an easier stitch. This is an easier stitch. Saturday, I'm just going to give a heads up. Saturday, if anybody's crocheting along, you might need a cup of patience. Because Saturdays, it's pretty. It's a pretty stitch, but it's very complicated. So, there's our spider stitch. That didn't take long to teach that one. Sometimes it takes half an hour to teach a stitch. That's a simple one tonight. Very simple. So with that said, I think we are going to pop on over and we're going to work on the shawl. I haven't worked on the shawl in a few days. I need a chill, something chill to work on tonight because, like I said, it's a little warm here. And did I finish? No, I didn't finish. I still have 2 more rows of this frog time. No, I'm not frogging. No, I haven't made any mistakes. Don't jinx it. Okay. So I'm on what row? Gonna do row 3 of the repeat. Okay. I can zoom out. That's as far as I can zoom out right there. And I can have it zoomed out. Shush, Crojo. Shush. Just because I'm working in the shawl doesn't mean I'm going to frog it. I've only ever had to frog this project twice since doing it. So I've improved. Eight and 9. Exactly. Well, let's hope it's not cursed. I hope everybody is excited for Granny Week as much as I'm excited for Granny Week. That's why you want this blanket. What do you mean? For Granny Week? And are you going to show us how to do a solid granny? Possibility. Actually, let me check something. Oh, I can't. Can I do it while I'm on stream? Give me a second. Let's see. Yes. All of, I think through for the entire month, we're all about influence. Just realized this blanket started getting wider 4 rows ago. Obviously, were you increasing? So you have like a trapezoid now? All of the streams for this month are listed in the schedule. Yep, Grammy has to frog. All the streams for this month are listed in the schedule. And yes, I am going to show how to do 2 different solid grannies. And I was just going to say, if you all know how I am, or if you've heard, wait a minute, let's go back to this. Okay. It's a granny that doesn't have a lot of holes in it. If you've probably heard, the way I usually prep for the streams, that usually I have to scramble an hour or two before the stream that night to make a sample. I have, let's see, I have all my samples up until I have all the samples done, ready for it, up until Thursday. I have one for Thursday. Every day for Granny Week, we're having 2 different types of granny squares. I have everything for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I have one for Thursday. I'm going to do another one for Thursday, and then all the ones for Friday and Saturday. So I'm making progress. I have everything prepped. So hopefully you're all proud of me. I didn't wait to the last minute. But yes, I will show how to do solid granny squares. Yeah, I mean, I know what I'm doing. I plan out my month. I know what stitch or what I'm gonna do each day of the month, each day I stream. But if I have to have a sample, usually I'll make the sample like a day, sometimes a few hours before stream. But I was proactive and made a bunch, and that's what I'm gonna be working on tomorrow, is make some more of my swatches. And there's gonna be some surprises coming up for Granny Week. So just stay tuned. Also, I'm still on my track for 100 followers. I'm at 97. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. A poll? A poll for what? I'm on track to 100 followers. I need 3 more. And when I reach that milestone, I will announce when I will be doing a marathon stream. And again, during the marathon stream, whenever that evening will happen, I will be doing a blanket, start a project for making a blanket that will be donated to the Linus Project. 6, 8, and 9. For those of you who don't know what the Linus Project is, it's an organization nationwide. It's also in Canada. I don't know if it's international, but they have chapters everywhere. And they take blankets for seriously ill children, for traumatized children, other types of children that are in need, and they help children from birth to the age of 18. And if anybody wants to crochet along with me, whatever blanket pattern that, if you're going to be making one, I haven't picked a pattern yet. I need to um, look more into that of what pattern I'm going to do. There are local chapters of the Linus Project everywhere, and if you go to their website, the link is in the Discord. I think it's in the announcement section. You can also go to linusproject.org. I think that's their website, and you can click on the map and click on your state and your area, and they have information to see if there's a chapter in your area. If not, if you wanted to start one, I think you can get in contact with them about starting your own chapter in your neighborhood. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm not. I've known about them for a while. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then again, it's a nonprofit, so it's not like I'm not getting any kickbacks from it. Obviously, it's not a nonprofit. 6, 7, 8, and 9. But that is what's going to be happening when I reach that milestone. I will be doing the blanket on the marathon stream. And I haven't figured out how many hours I'm going to do on that stream. It's going to be more than 2 hours, probably more than 3. And you said a poll. No, we're not. I don't think we're going to have a poll for Granny Week, Crojo. I mean, we might. You never know. I mean, we might have a impromptu one. But as of now, I don't have a poll planned. It's The problem is your host doesn't really understand how to start the poll. Every time I start it, it messes up. It takes me 5 times to do one. Okay. And no, that is not a chat command. I'm excited for Granny Week because there's a bunch of some of the samples I've been working on the past couple days. I'm like, that is really cool looking. Yeah, I saw um, pictures of it online, and I'm like, okay. And then I going to actually do it. I'm like, I really like that. Sometimes when you're I can't count and talk at the same time. I've noticed sometimes if I'm working on something that has a pattern, and I know I can see a picture of what it's supposed to look like, but when I'm actually doing it and it's coming to life in my hands, I'm like, oh wow, that's even nicer than I thought it was going to be. It doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes it's the opposite. I missed one stitch. That's not a frog. When I get to the end of this row, the miracle of crochet birth. When I get to this row, we will do the meme of the stream. So, Crojo, if you want to get that ready, we got a little ways to go, a couple more minutes. If you have one ready, the miracle of crochet birth. Okay, take your time. Yeah, when I get to the end of this row, I'll check it. So, Clean Miko is working on the baby blanket. Grammy is working on a blanket that she had to frog a couple rows. What's everyone else working on? If you happen to be working on something at the moment, or if you have something going on in general, if you have a whip going on in general. Linus Project Scrappy Blanket. Nice. Tentacles for your jellyfish. Nice. Oh, yeah, you were doing the amigurumi um thing the other day. You posted the head, right? I think that's the same project, if I'm correct. Mm. 8 and I'm almost to the end. And when I get to the end, I will check. Hopefully, no frogging. Okay, let's check. Different project. I haven't posted anything for your jellyfish. I'm waiting till it's done. Oh, cool. Yeah, definitely. Whenever you feel like posting the picture, I know we definitely all would enjoy seeing what you're working on. Okay. At least I know I would. We did good on that row. Alrighty. So let's pop on over to the meme of the stream. Attempting to figure out what pattern was used for a finished crochet pic found on Facebook. Yeah. Yeah. That or a YouTube channel while they're doing it, but they're or a Facebook video and they're doing it real quick, but they're not explaining how to do it, and it's real complicated. Yeah, I don't like those. Thank you, Crojo, for the meme, as usual. I'm getting pretty low on the second ball. And it's going to take about 4 balls, so we're just stitching along here. Whoop, 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. I'm not certain. 5, 6, 7. Actually, let's take a poll. You want a poll? Remember how to do a poll. Manage poll. New poll. Okay. You're gonna do hmm. Oh, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Wait a minute. And I can't see anybody if you're typing anything because it covers the screen. Okay. We're going to have a minute long. Actually, no, we're going to do, yeah, a minute. Okay, we're going to start a poll. At least, what do we consider, how many stitches, at least how many stitches considered frogging? So we are going to, let's see. Um, is it even working? Why isn't it working? Okay. It's not there? And I have it for a minute. I don't understand how this poll thing works. Because I can barely see what you're typing. Okay. It's delayed. Okay. Okay. So we have decided. Oh, wait. I should have. I didn't do that poll correctly. Did I? I guess we did. Okay. Yeah, I did it. I did it correctly. So we are considering anything less than 5. So even one stitch is considered frogging. I don't know if I agree with those results. I think there was. Okay, I can do it again. Um. Oh, I gotta. No, I'm not gonna do it. I have to type it all out again. I'm not typing it out. Yeah, I'm not typing all that out again. I need to get back to working. One stitch. Um, I don't know if I believe in that. I think there might be some election voting tampering going on there. You just want to be able to use that frog chat command. I know what it is. And on your shawl, you had missed one stitch. Actually, I had to frog out 2 rows. Okay, I get that's a technicality. Now, if I'm doing like 1 or 2 stitches right here, and I've realized real quick that like 1 or 2 stitches need to come out, that's not a frog. If I catch it in time, maybe there's a time limit. Frog is still a frog. Like I had mentioned, I had said before the other night when I had to only take out 1 stitch. That's a tadpole. I'll have to make a chat command for tadpole. Except tadpoles don't make a sound, except splashing in water. Okay, we're good. I get a round song from Look Who's Talking. Oh, yeah. Chat command would be a water drop. Yeah, a water drop. I'll have to work on that. Chat commands aren't something that I could do it live on stream, but it'll take a little. Actually, I think you have to wait till the stream is restarted for them to be active in the thing. But it takes a while. I got to find the audio effect, upload it, or download it, and it's all technical stuff. Can't really do that on the fly. Booyah when you finish a whip. 5, a 9. It actually has cooled off a bit. I think it's probably because the not only the temperature has gone down, the sun has gone down too. Oh, that's okay. I didn't know you had stepped away, but that's fine. Welcome back. Okay, I didn't rip out a stitch. My hook got snagged, so no stitch was ripped out. So that is not a frog. Yeah. I had to rip that one out because it snagged. It's not a mistake on my part. It's the yarn's fault. We're going to blame it on the yarn. Oh, I want to give everybody an update. Y'all were picking on me the past couple weeks or whatever, or some of you were. I got some progress done yesterday. There was a few things I needed to do around the house, and I got some stuff done. And 90, not 90, I'm going to say 85% of the things that need to go into the attic went into the attic. So they have been sitting there since January. Got a little bit more to go in there. Blame it on the yarn that was snagging. Blame it on the hook that got caught up. Whatever you do, don't put the blame on you. Blame it on the yarn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. We'll never know who sang that if y'all got that joke. Only lip sync. Ah, wow, we're making Milli Vanilli references. Now you know why she's my mod. Did I do the enough? Oh, I only have to do one set of. Yeah, I only have to do one set of chains on this row. Did anyone see the Facebook post of the blanket that said Jesse's Girl on it? I literally heard the blanket in my head as soon as you saw it. You heard the blanket? That's a what did they make it out of? That it was noisy. You heard the blanket. You meant you heard the song? No, I didn't see I didn't see that post. Yeah, I know the song. I hadn't seen that post. Wait a minute. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay. Think I have to frog. You jinxed me, Crojo, because the row before I. Let me just double check. You jinxed me. I got to frog out basically a row and a half. Can I go back to doing the spider stitch? Put a stitch marker into. Well, this will eat up some time for my stream. Yeah, but you're not using this yarn that snags easily and is a pain to frog at times. Not your fault. Projo's fault. Because as soon as I picked up the shawl, she was like, "You know, you're going to frog it." This is fun. And actually, the row that I messed up on, that's usually the row I never mess up on. You have to frog too? Yeah. It's all Crojo's fault. She jinxed us. It's an epidemic. I'd be okay if it just easily frogged, but this yarn does not do that. Hey there, Heather Bizzo. How are you? You frog, I frog, we all frog. Yeah. Started picking up this project tonight, and one of my followers, contributors to my stream, said, "Oh, you're going to end up frogging." And I was like, "No, no, no." Well, she was right. And I have to frog out basically a row and a half. And this yarn does not like to frog easily because it's a roving style yarn and it's got a bit of a halo and it just snags on itself. So I got to be very careful to not rip it. Like, really rip it. I mean, if it breaks, it's not the end of the world. I can always join it again. But no, that part wouldn't have worked. It would have thrown everything off. Sometimes, like some patterns, you can do that. A lot of this pattern, you can't. It's so intricate and detailed that you can't do that. I mean, I normally don't mind frogging, but it's this yarn. It's like I said, it's a roving style yarn, and it's got a halo to it. It's facets by loops and threads, so it could be a pain. If it was like a smoother yarn, then it would have been all right. I could just exactly, yeah. So that's why I'm trying to be. I mean, this yarn is going to get fuzzy anyway because that's the nature of the yarn. But I'm trying not to accelerate the fuzziness. I want to keep it to a minimum. And luckily, a lot of these stitches are working fine. Every now and then I get one that will snag. Just and I have to go all the way back over here. So I'm working on one row, then I go to the row that I'm frogging it from. This row is going to come out also. See, like those are coming out. Oh, no, I spoke too soon. Sometimes they'll come out real easy, like those. But hey, it's going to fill up time for my stream, give me some content. I'll look at it that way. Just not the content that I wanted. Okay, I need to wind up a lot of my excess before it gets totally knotted and I start to say some bad words. It's starting to knot a little, but I think we're good. There, we're good. Okay, now I can wind it up. Yeah, crochanity. It's all your fault, Crojo. It's all your fault. All right. So now all that won't get knotted, as I tend to this mess. You'll take it. And it's not like I have another project to work on that I could put this to the side and pick something else. This is the only, besides the temperature blanket, this is the only other whip I really have. I've been spending a lot of my time making samples for next week. Okay, well, I'm to the end of the row, but then the row that I'm pulling it from has to come out also, because my issue's at the other end of that row. In that one section, you need one more double crochet. And I checked it, but I didn't count. You have to play Sea of Thieves, but I just stopped and said, yeah, well, yeah, I'm glad you did. Have fun with your game. Hopefully I will catch you when you're on stream again sometime. You have a good evening. Oh, thank you. There we go. Okay, that one. This is real good content. Don't you all like to tune in and watch somebody pick apart yarn? Back when I was a kid and start learning about computers, I never envisioned that people were going to be watching me mess with yarn on the internet. You can't have flowers without rain. This is more like a flood. Wash the seeds away. Basically, everything that I did tonight on stream, I have to frog out. Pretty much. Like I said, let me go back to the spider stitch. Can't have flowers without rain. Uh, Hopefully, I won't have these issues on Granny Week. How's the baby blanket coming along, Claymiko? Well, thank you, Lefty Lucy. Like I did one step forward and making 20 steps back, but oh, and this part of the yarn here is all, it's so frayed in that one section. I think I'm gonna have to end up cutting that part, which is okay. I could have a join. 3 more inches to do. You could do it. That's not that much. It's a baby blanket. You'll have that done in no time tonight. Yeah, I've got to cut this, and I don't like cutting when I'm frogging, but it was an area that the yarn frayed. Yeah, really fraying. You can see here, I don't know if you
Thanks for the follow.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Fluffy. That's weird. Okay, the other night, it wouldn't make the sound or the little graphic when I got a follower, and I didn't do anything to fix it. I was going to work on it, and now it's working. You had to frog half of your row. Hey, Seagam. You beat me to it, Seagam. You did it to yourself, but thank you. Thank you for the command. 1 tentacle down, like 10 to go. Wow. That was a line in a Manila Village song. 2 steps back, forward, and 3 steps back. It was? I know that was a line in Paula Abdul's Opposites Attract. How are you, Fluffy? If I can call you Fluffy. Now you want to pop in your cassette? You know, I still have my cassette tapes from when I was a kid. Currently in my room, I have nothing to play them on, but yeah. I'm old. So those of you who are joining, I am frogging out basically almost a row and a half because Crojo jinxed me. You still have some vinyls? Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm still working on the removal part. I'm only halfway down the row. Oh no, not Thriller. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you can't play copyrighted music on Twitch, and I'm so glad, and I'm the one controlling this stream, that I can't, that nobody can do a command that will play any part of that song. I mean, if I wanted it to happen, I could play it if it's a little snippet, but no. How was my day? My day was okay until I had to frog half my project. It got warm here. Got up in the mid 80s. And welcome. You're new here, Fluffy. I stream about 4 nights a week, and I have a Discord channel and a YouTube channel that you can check out if you would like to. And next week, starting Monday, all week, I'm going to do on all week, a stream every night. I'm doing Granny Week. It's close to midnight. Stop. Okay, the story, Lefty Lucy, was when I was a kid. Okay, I'm going to preface this. I know Crojo in my personal life. Okay. So, when I was a kid, basically, she tortured me with that song, and I was afraid of the dark, and she would play it, and then I'd have to leave the room, and outside the room was dark, and yeah. So now, I'm not going to get into all the details because it's the internet, but basically, till this day, and that was 40 some years ago, to this day, if that song comes on and it's dark, I have to turn it off. Like, I'll have my God, this is a relic. It's a relic from like 20 years ago. And yeah, I fell for it every time. So I have an iPod Classic. Yes. I have an iPod Classic. And it sits on a speaker dock. And I have it playing when I go to sleep. Because I don't have it loud, but I have enough. I can't sleep in complete silence. I have to have a fan on if the weather's warm, or got to have a little bit of soft music playing. So I've got it, my 80s music playing, and it's on shuffle. I get me in a sound sleep. And that song comes on, I wake up immediately, and I click the button to change it. I cannot, During the day, I'm okay with it. No problem, I can listen to it all the time during the day. But if it's after the sun goes down, no. So, I'm scarred for life. And you think I'm joking. I'm not joking. And God forbid if I'm in someone's car at night and that comes on and I go to reach for the station and they smack my hand. Oh, that's not good. Okay. I'm to the spot where I had the frog, so now I can start crocheting again. While we're at it, I'm going to frog back a little bit further, just so I build up the rhythm. It's overplayed anyway, so it's not like you're missing out. Yeah, and it's a decades-old song. I don't mind the song in itself, but I was also a little kid when that song came out, and it terrified me. Okay. Let's try to get back to crocheting the correct way. Gotta do 9, not 8. 2. 8 and 9. Gotta make certain all my yarn that I frogged out is not caught on anything. Move that over to the side. At least I have enough slack on it. That's one good thing. I'm not gonna. Okay. 2, 5. 9. Four, 9. Okay. Here we go. We're halfway. We're at the halfway part of the row. Good night, Claymiko. Catch you later. 7, 8, and you're gonna leave Seagam the duties if he's still here. Six, 7, 9. I'm counting correctly. Okay, while I'm here nearing the end, let me connect this back to the ball. Come on. Yarn. Well, wait, I got to do it a different way because this yarn likes to fray at the ends where it's unraveled. I have to twist it up a little somehow. See if that's 9. 5, 6, 7. That's 9. Move the scissors out of the way so I don't cut it all up. The last thing I need right now for the thread snips to snip the yarn and everything to unravel. Seven, 8, and the ninth one. Eight. Hmm. 3. Then and number 9. That row is done. Now to start the row that I had the issue on. Um, Everybody doing all right? Who's crocheting along, or even those who are not working on anything? Two. Fine. Two, three, four. About to go to bed. Okay, good night, Crojo. Yeah, when I get to the end of this row, I'm about halfway. Once I get to the end of the full row, then I think we're going to end the stream. Possibly find somebody to raid. Hey there, Citric for Blue. How are you? Welcome to the stream. I'm working on a shawl. This is the Fluffy Meringue shawl pattern by the Crochet Crowd on YouTube. It's a free pattern. Two, four, five. Oh, nice. If you want, I have a Discord. It'll pop up in the chat, and also it's on list the links on my channel. I've got a channel on the Discord for whips and finished objects and anything that people are working on. So if you wanted to, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've always liked to see what people are working on. I also have a YouTube channel that are it's basically all of my streams. As soon as I'm done streaming, they get uploaded there. Okay, redo that one stitch. And also next week is our second week that we will the second time that we will be doing Granny Week. I did a week in February of Granny Squares. It's not blocked, so it must look scrunch. That's fine. Like I said, back in February I did a week of Granny Squares or Granny related stitches. Next week I am doing 6 days, 6 streams for Granny Week, all different variations of the Granny Square. That's a fun thing that's coming up. A few of my followers have been requesting more Granny stitches and blocks. Not done a Granny Square, so I'm looking forward to it. My suggestion is Monday, if you're able to, tune into Monday's stream. What I'm going to show, the basic of it is a traditional Granny Square, the very beginning of it. In it, the square I'm going to show isn't entirely a traditional Granny. But it starts off as one. Oh, you're throwing it in Discord. Okay. Oh, and welcome to the Discord server. That's gorgeous. For those of you who are not looking on Discord at the moment, let's see. I am going to move this is the shawl that Critic for Blue is working on. Or Citric. Not Critic. Citric. That is pretty. you've got more talent than I do. I can't knit. I know how to do like the knit stitch and the purl stitch, row back and forth. I don't know how to do the spaces and all like that. I really like that. And I like the color of the yarn. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Great work. Even if it's you're still working on it and it's not blocked. I've been experimenting with the shape being the top is neckline, flare out, asymmetrical. That's nice. I am. I'm sure it'll look great when it's done. I mean, it looks great now. When it's done, it's going to be even more beautiful. Like I was saying, not to change the subject. Lefty Lucy or anybody else, I would suggest next week if you're able to try to catch Monday's stream. It's Monday at 8 Eastern, as all of mine are usually at 8 Eastern. Thanks for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Citric Blue. The beginning of the square that I'm going to show on Monday is a basic granny square. It starts out as that. Actually, Tuesdays would be good too, because Tuesdays is a basic granny square also. Yeah, if not Monday, definitely Tuesday. I've got all types of them scheduled for next week that are a little more intricate and different looking. Eight and 9. And thank you again, Citric, for that follow. You're my 99th follower. And I started the other day saying that yes, you can watch, thank you, Grammy, on my YouTube channel. All of the granny squares from the first granny week are on there. When I reach 100 followers, which I need one more, I will be doing a marathon stream on a date to be announced in the future. And on that marathon stream, I will start and I'm going to attempt to finish a project. I'm going to be making a blanket for the Linus Project. And again, those of you who don't know what the Linus Project is, it's an organization that takes in handmade, clean, new blankets, either knitted, crocheted, quilted, any type of handmade blanket, and they donate them to seriously ill children, traumatized children, and children that are in need from ages 0 to 18. And it's a nationwide organization. They're also in Canada. I don't know if they're in any other nation. And there are chapters all over. So that is the plan. After I reach this milestone, I'm going to have to plan well in advance for other future milestones and what I will be doing when I reach those milestones. We're not there yet. But I am getting near the end of this row, and this will be the end row of that repeat. And then when I get to the end of the row, I will double check to make certain everything's okay. Crochet pants and wear them for... No. I don't... I don't know about crocheting pants. I don't know if anybody wants to see that. But yes, when I get to the end of this row, and I'm going to count and double check, make certain everything was stitched right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we will end the stream, and I'll check to see if there's anybody that we can raid. It's the one thing you haven't made. I've never made any wearables. I mean, this is a shawl. This is going to be my third shawl that I've made. It's all in the exact same pattern. The other two that I made. I've made scarves and hats. I made a pair of gloves one time. I'll never do that again. I haven't even ever made a sweater yet. And that is a goal. To crochet a sweater. I just got to find a crochet pattern, a sweater pattern that I like that would look good for me. Because a lot of the men's sweaters, I don't really like the look of them. Sweater for 250? Yeah, possibly. Eight, 9. Now we're at the last little bunch. Alternate front post. Yeah, I could do that. I'd have to figure out like I want a cardigan, so like the edging for the front and for the hem and the cuffs. I'd have to play around. Maybe I can come up with my own edging pattern. So let's double check this. I think this is fine because I was counting the arches. I just want to make certain. I think this row is usually the good row. Check this. Yeah, we're good. So let me put my stitch marker in so I don't lose it. Not this yarn doesn't slip out that easily. It grips onto itself. I do reverse single crochet as the edge of most of my knit. Yep. I think that's also called the crab stitch, I think. So that's what we have so far. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 repeats on it. I think she said she wanted 17. So that is the shawl so far. I'm obsessed with this pattern. The other, let me show you, Cedric, the other shawl that I made. And I made another one in this same colorway. Hey, pork and beans. This is the first one I made, and I made another one identical in this same colorway. In the pinks and the purples and the little bit of blue in it. So I am in love with the fluffy meringue shawl pattern. So that's it. And I think we're gonna pop on that. We're gonna go and try to find somebody to raid. If there is anybody that I want to raid. Let's see. Nobody I'm following is streaming at the moment. So let's take a little looky here. Scrolling. I don't see anybody that. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we're gonna raid somebody. We're gonna raid lady_J0719. She's crocheting. What is she? Wait, what is she crocheting? No, I don't want to raid her. Let me see if I can find someone else. What is that? I'm not sure what that is. Okay, well, this is not crochet. We're gonna crochet somebody. I think they're doing embroidery. So everybody have a good night. I will be back on Saturday night for the crow's foot lattice stitch and more of the shawl. And we're going to go and join this raid here in a couple seconds if you want to stick around. Everybody, have a good evening. Happy crafting. And we're going to go raid.